Fight and Talk back again, and today I'm delighted to be joined by Lanchana Green ahead of a bout against Chiara Penco on Bellator 281. Just what, a week and a bit away now, Lanch?
10 days, I think, yeah.
How's camp been?
Yeah, camp's been good. Like, I've really enjoyed it. Managed to get some training in weekly over at AVMA with Jackie Harper, so she's a good friend of mine, up at Pete Irvin's, and then just doing the rest at the lab. And I actually went back to my old Thai boxing gym as well, just to get a bit of sparring in there, which was pretty cool.
I think that's something we're seeing a lot more now, that's almost been adopted from that American standpoint over here in the UK, and that athletes not just sticking to their gym, travelling. I know you were JB top team as well, down with Brad Pickett and all the girls down there.
Yeah.
How's it been for you to be travelling to these different places? I mean, especially JB top team, who just opened that relatively new gym now, amazing looking place. But how's it been for you to be travelling about and getting in these different training sessions with different people? So,
I love travelling, and I love getting to train with different people and the whole experience of it. The main reason I do travel though is because I don't have any female fighters at my gym. I can do like drills and everything with the guys that we've got, and they're great for that. But for the female fighters, I do tend to have to travel. And GB top team was great. They had there must be maybe it's up to 10 girls, if not more. But when I was there was at least 5 or 6 all training at the same time. So it was great to just get some drills in, get some sparring in with. There was one girl in particular, she was actually getting ready to fight on Combat Global in about 2 weeks. Pro fighter, strawweight, and we had some real good tussles. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I like getting about and visiting different gyms and getting training in.
How difficult is that then for you to negate, like you say that? I mean, women's MMA is flying at the minute, but up north especially, there's not a mass amount of female, especially pro fighters up here. Yeah. How hard is that to negate, and how much extra planning does that then take into a camp?
Yeah, so every fight camp, I obviously look at my opponent and I try and find someone who is best replicated to her. So for this one, Chiara Penco, she has a real good ground game. She's got some nice tidy striking. So Jackie was perfect for the jiu-jitsu side of things. And then, like I said, we've got a couple of guys in the gym, but back at my Thai boxing gym, they were great as well at kind of replicating that part. So yeah.
You mentioned then Chiara Penco, the opponent for next Friday. Yeah. What do you sort of make of Chiara? I mean, she's been on this Bellator scene now for, I think, we were saying before, the 3 fights, I think it is now. So, yeah. What do you make of her? I mean, there's enough footage out there for you to watch. And are you the type to meticulously watch an opponent, or are you somebody that works on yourself and takes the best version of yourself in, or do you prefer a game plan for opponents?
Bit of both. So yeah, I definitely go and look at every single fight I can find. Like Will does it too. Will, my coach, so he's a right geek with it. He puts them in order of like timeline and tries to spot like recurring like habits and things like that. And then I watch them, and then like we compare notes. But yeah, I like to see what they're like and kind of get a feel for them. Even though I know a lot can change between their last fight and who's going to turn up on the night. But and myself included, like if you start getting into like deep waters, if you start getting tired, you do revert back to what's most ingrained. And so yeah, it's I like to have a look, but not to spend so much focus on that. That's like, right, we've got a good idea, we're going in with a game plan, but there's game plan B, C, and D as well. I feel like I'm good at adapting, and I've got the plan that I want to do, and we'll just see, I guess, who can put their plan into motion the best.
I mean, you fought all over the world on many different promotions in what, only 9-10 fights now for yourself. Yeah. But I mean, Bellator, what a show. We've seen the European series start off. This is one of the numbered cards, meaning it's one of the bigger cards that they're going to do this year. How nice is it for you to be on this card? And yeah, just the whole experience of Fight Week, how much are you going to love it?
Honestly, I'm absolutely buzzing. So Whenever I see like a Bellator card, I'm like, man, and especially if I see strawweights on it, I'm like, God, I so want to be in there. And I saw Kate Jackson was fighting on it. I was like, oh, that's great. I didn't actually think I would be. And then Will rang me up and he's like, you know, got some news. I was like, oh, cool, what is it? He's like, do you fancy fighting on Bellator? I was like, yes. Oh my God. Yeah. So, so I've been buzzing ever since. And, I've been to watch Bellator. I've been behind the scenes a couple of times with Kate. So I've kind of got to experience, what it's like and to be the actual one making the walkout this time. Like, yeah, I'm really pleased.
Of course, you mentioned that Kate Jackson, fellow tough alumni, isn't she? Northeast MMA down there with Andrew Fisher as well. How nice is it just them little bits as well to have like your friends down there fighting on the same card as you?
Oh, totally. Like I'm a bit of a social creature, so I love getting to like a fight show. Like I love fighting local because, like you said, there's all the local fighters that you would see, and then all your friends and your family supporting and stuff. And I'm probably looking forward to seeing them down there.
I know. I mean, I've been fortunate enough to watch you on Made for the Cage when you were winning them titles. I've seen the crowd you bring.
Yeah.
Big busload coming down from Darlow.
Do you know? There's quite a few. There's a few coming from the gym. But I think there's going to be more watch parties happening back up north. But yeah, even just like I was in Aldi yesterday, right, and some dude who I didn't even know who worked there, he's like, oh, good luck in your fight next week. And I was like, oh, cool, thank you.
Yeah, so like we say there, it's a massive Bellator card. If we just look at the rest of the card, of course, Kate and Fisher's fights are going to stand out for you. Yeah. What else are you really interested on there?
So Mashida's on there, and I was like, how cool is that? Obviously MVP. I think the other flyweight fight as well, Denise versus Kana, that will be fireworks. And yeah, I can't think. Paul Daly is on it as well. It's just like a who's who of like MMA in London. Like I think it's going to be a wicked night.
You touched on it before, that strawweight and saying you get thinking because then you see strawweight fights on. Of course, Bellator don't technically still have a strawweight division.
Yeah.
But they keep making strawweight fights. I mean, do you think now it's the perfect time for Bellator to be setting up the strawweight division?
Definitely. There is so many strawweights out there now. There's Claire Lopez, she fought on Bellator. I've already fought her before. Toncheva, I was due to fight her, Made for the Cage, but the show didn't end up happening. Now I'm fighting Chiara Penco. There's Danny Neelan. There's a lot of real good strawweights that could be fighting on Bellator, 100%, including me.
This is of course a one fight deal, but I mean a big performance. We've seen it before with Bellator, and they'll snap the talent up in no time at all. Would that be the ideal plan for you? Get in there, get a big win, get signed to Bellator?
Yeah, I'd love that. Yeah. So I'm just gonna go in. I tend to end up in entertaining fights. It maybe stylistically I match up well with whoever I'm matched with. But yeah, so I'm just trying not to think too much about the result, the outcome. Just go in there, do my thing, enjoy it, hopefully put on a good performance, and see if Bellator want me back.
I know obviously last time out, the result didn't go your way, but for you, how then important is it for you to be able to get back in there relatively quick as well in terms of a turnaround and be able to put on a show for yourself again and really show what you're about?
Do you know, that last fight was tough as hell. And I learned a lot from that. I learned a lot from the weeks leading up to it, the fight itself. And for me, I was talking about this recently actually. I've fought a lot of real high level girls, especially wrestlers, and I've been squished, I've been submitted, I've been kind of put in real uncomfortable positions, but no one's dropped me before in a fight. No one's really put a lot of damage in terms of striking. So that obviously I went through that in that last fight, and it's kind of, well, I didn't win the fight, but you know, she didn't break me. I was still there. I was still trying to win. And you know, that's kind of, I think I've hit every worst case scenario I can kind of get into in a fight now. I'm like, I feel like I've leveled up, and I'm like, you know, come at me. But you know, my skill level has kind of obviously always trying to improve. But yeah, I feel like I've got the answers, but the will, the heart, the determination, everything to come out on top.
Finally then, Lanch, what can fans expect from a Lanchana Green performance next Friday? And can I get a prediction off before we see you going?
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, like I said, I think Chiara, she's sorry. Penco, she's a good opponent. She's fought 5 rounds before. She's fought on big promotions. She's, like I said, she's skilled on the ground. She's skilled on the feet. But I do believe that I've got the skills to beat her on the floor, standing. I've got the cardio to outwork her, and I'm predicting a TKO round 2.
Perfect. Lanch, thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Cheers.